to fight back against fraud, the federal government passed a law that refunds couldn't be sent out this year before February 15th. The Fox 5 I-Team's Dana Fowle says the delay seems to have impacted scammers. Good morning, Dana.
It's working.
Good.
And that was the goal the whole time. You know, the law was aimed at those filers claiming the earned income tax credit. That's where much of this fraud occurs. The IRS says, and get this, that 25% of returns filed in the first 2 weeks, as a rule, claiming that credit are generally fraudulent. Now, this year, those same type filings are down, you guessed it, 25%. Now, we checked in with enrolled agent Bill Nemeth, who says now that the February refund hold date is behind us, Georgia refunds are processing super quickly. I mean, sometimes in just days. I oddly got a little bit back from the state this year, and I got it in, it was no more than 3 days. Honestly, I think it was 2. So expect yours soon as well, unless you fall into a few categories, like first-time filers. Your return will be scrutinized a bit more closely. Same for folks who haven't filed a return in 5 years. That's a red flag. And here's one you might not expect: filers who moved mid-year. I'm going to let Mr. Nemeth explain that one.
Had a client, Georgia resident, moved to another state. I filed her return. Georgia paid the Georgia refund part of it, held the rest because it was an out-of-state. So they gave her the Georgia part of her refund, but not the rest of it after she had moved.
Now, eventually this whole thing was straightened out, but those are just a couple of examples of some of the reasons for delays that you might see. But still, Bill Nemeth says it's not just refund delays that are helping out with ID theft this year. He says 50 million W-2s now have this 16-digit encryption code. It's helping. The program's been successful. They'll likely expand it next year to more. And both federal and state agents are sending out secret shoppers, and they're going to tax preparers to catch folks who offer to boost your refund a little bit by adding some fraudulent info to your return. Georgia, he says, is very aggressive in doing this.
Okay, so Dana, is it too soon to tell, though, if identity theft with returns is down?
Yes, okay. on the big scale, yes. But, you know, we talked to Bill Nemeth about his practice, and he told us this, that, you know, 2 years ago, he had to help fix 20 cases of ID theft from folks who came to him for help. That was 2 years ago, 20 cases. This year, 0.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, so
good to know.
Maybe we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, let's hope so. Dana, thank you for this. We appreciate it.